Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over the Book A, Unit 8, Vocabulary Words, numbers 1 through 20. Let's get started. Our first word is appetite. Appetite is a noun and it is a strong want to eat. For example, all that walking before eating has given me a big appetite. Your appetite is your want to eat. When you have an appetite, it means you want to eat. Let's look at the picture here. This girl, it looks like she has no appetite. She doesn't want to eat her food. Maybe she's full or her stomach hurt, so she doesn't have an appetite. But in this picture, this man looks like he has a big appetite. He really wants to eat. Our next word is atmosphere. Atmosphere is a noun, and atmosphere means how a place makes you feel. Every place that we go to has a different atmosphere. For example, that restaurant has a warm and pleasant atmosphere. When you look at this restaurant here, what do you think about the atmosphere of this restaurant? Do you think it has a warm atmosphere? Do you think it has an exciting atmosphere? Or a quiet atmosphere? How does this restaurant make you feel? Our next word is behave. Behave is a verb and it means to act in a certain way. If you behave badly, we will have to go home. The dog is behaving in a strange way. Behave is what a person is doing, how they are acting. We learn about behavior when we are in school. When you share your things with someone, you are behaving well, or you are having good behavior. But when you don't share your things, or when you make faces at your friends, you are behaving badly. This is bad behavior. So when you're making a sentence, you can make your sentence like this. I behave well where? Where is a place that you behave well? I behave well at school, or I behave well at home. Or maybe you don't behave well, maybe you behave badly. Where do you behave badly? Our next word is communicate. Communicate is a verb and it means to exchange ideas or information. For example, I communicate with my best friend by telephone. Or I use my phone to communicate with people who don't speak English. Communicating is the same as talking with someone. We communicate by talking, or we can communicate using our phones by sending a message. We can communicate using our computers. And a long time ago, before technology, people communicated by writing a letter. What do you think is the best way to communicate with someone who's far away? Our next word is delight. Delight is a verb and it is when you feel pleased and happy. For example, he delighted us with his jokes. Or, I was delighted to be invited to her party. So when you use the word delighted to mean that you are happy about something, we usually use this in the past tense. So when you're making a sentence, please write delighted. For example, the boy was delighted to go watch a movie. Or the children were delighted by the funny clown. Make sure you're using it in the past tense, delighted. Our next word is expensive. Expensive is an adjective. We can use it to describe something that costs a lot of money or has a high price. For example, new cars are expensive. When you look at this car here, you can describe it as expensive. The expensive golden car. Or we can describe jewelry like diamonds as expensive. the expensive diamond necklace. Our next word is grateful. Grateful is an adjective, and it is when you show thanks for someone's kindness. For example, I'm grateful to you for helping me. When you are grateful, it is similar to saying that you are thankful. You really want to say thank you because someone was kind or someone did something good for you. So we can say, I am grateful to my mom and dad for taking care of me, or I am grateful to my friends for playing with me. What are you grateful for? Our next word is groan. Groan is a noun, and it is a deep sound made to show pain, grief, or sadness. For example, the children groaned when their teacher gave them more homework. Sometimes when you're in class and your teacher gives you more work, you don't want to do it, so you groan. You make a sound that sounds like, like that kind of angry or sad sound. But we can also groan when you get hurt. Maybe you hit your toe on a table or a sofa, so you can groan. Can you think of a time when something made you groan? Did you hit yourself somewhere? Or did your teacher tell you to do something, or your mom tell you to do something that you didn't want to do? Our next word is mischief. Mischief is a noun, and it is bad behavior that is often playful but can be annoying or dangerous to others. For example, he needs a hobby to keep him busy and stop him from getting into mischief. When we use this word mischief, we usually use it together with this phrase, getting into. Someone is getting into mischief. That means they are doing something that will get them into trouble. For example, this first picture here, the girl is getting into mischief by drawing on her dad's face using a marker or using lipstick. This girl is getting into mischief by painting on the walls and the floors of her house. And this boy is getting into mischief by throwing eggs on the floor. What are some ways that you get into mischief? Our next word is opinion. Opinion is a noun, and it is what you think about something or somebody. For example, in my opinion, everyone should wear sunscreen every day. Your opinion is what you think about something. In my opinion, and then you can say what it is that you think. You can say, in my opinion, hamburgers are the best sandwich. Or, in my opinion, cats are the best animals. What do you think about something? Our next word is sculpture. Sculpture is a noun, and a sculpture is an object of art or craft made by carving, chiseling, or molding. For example, she carves sculptures out of blocks of marble. Or, we used clay to make a sculpture in our art class. Don't worry about these words here, carving and chiseling. These are actions that artists do to make sculptures, usually using a knife or using some hammer so that they can create the shape that they want to make. For example, here is a sculpture, and what do you think this sculpture is made out of? It looks like it's made out of a lot of different metal pieces. So maybe the artist glued all of these pieces together, and now it is a sculpture of a bear. When you're making your sentence, you can say, I saw a sculpture of a bear. And then you can add more to your sentence. I saw a sculpture of a bear that was made out of metal. Or here we have another sculpture. This artist is making a sculpture out of clay. He is molding. Molding is when you use your hands to make the shape that you want. Our next word is selfish. Selfish is an adjective. You can describe someone who is selfish. A selfish person only cares about themselves and not about others. When you are selfish, you don't care about other people. For example, the selfish boy refused to share his toys with his brother. In the pictures here, this selfish boy doesn't want to share his cake with the girl. Or this selfish girl doesn't want to share her toy with the other girl. Can you think about a time when someone was selfish? Our next word is sightsee. Sightsee is a verb, and it is when you visit places and look around at the interesting things there. For example, a bus took us on a sightseeing tour of the city. If you go to a city like Paris, you might go sightseeing at the Eiffel Tower. You look around and see the interesting things. That is sightseeing. Lots of people, when they go sightseeing, they ride a bus. Maybe a bus like this one that has no roof, so that the people can see all of the buildings and all of the sights really well. This is called sightseeing. Can you think of a time when you went sightseeing? Maybe you can make your sentence like this. I went sightseeing where? Where did you go sightseeing and what did you see? Our next word is splendid. Splendid is an adjective and it means outstanding or excellent. For example, the princess wore a splendid dress to the party. Can you think of something that is splendid? Again, splendid is just the same as saying excellent or even wonderful. Our next word is sprinkle. Sprinkle is a verb and it means to drop or scatter in small pieces. For example, I sprinkled nuts on my ice cream. Or if you sprinkle some lemon juice on fish, it tastes delicious. Again, remember, sprinkle, we're talking about the verb, the action of putting something, of putting small pieces on something else. In this video here, the woman is sprinkling, maybe this is salt or sugar, onto these bowls. She is putting it in small pieces, something that is small onto something else. Here too, this person is sprinkling the sugar onto this bread. Our next word is stormy. Stormy is an adjective and it means when the weather has strong winds and rain. For example, it was a stormy night and the ship rocked violently from side to side. Or there are many stormy nights in the summer. Let's look at these images here. This is a very stormy day. Maybe you can say a sentence like this: I saw lightning on the stormy night. Or the stormy weather made the trees sway from side to side. It made the trees move back and forth. Our next word is stun. Stun is a verb and it means to shock or amaze. When we use this word stun, we also often use it in the past tense. So we can say stunned. For example, I am stunned and saddened by this news. So when you are writing your sentence, please start it this way. I am or I was stunned by what? What made you feel shocked? Or what was so amazing? Our next word is travel. Travel is when you go from place to place. For example, my father traveled to many countries. Where are some places that you have traveled to? When you are writing your sentence, you can say, I have traveled to where? Where have you gone to? Where have you visited? It can be somewhere far away that you had to ride an airplane to get there, or it can be nearby where you just went in your car. Our next word is unique. Unique is an adjective and it means being the only one of its type. For example, everyone's fingerprints are unique, or each person's handwriting is unique. Again, when you're talking about something unique, maybe all of the other things are the same, but this one is special. It is different from the other things, so we can say it is unique. This duck is unique because it's made from many different colors. Or I can say this necklace is unique. There's no other necklace that looks like this one. It is special. Do you have anything that is unique? Anything that is special or is the only one of that kind? Something can also be unique just because someone special gave it to you. For example, my bag is unique because my grandmother gave it to me. Maybe this bag is the unique one. Your other bags are not unique, just this one is unique because someone special gave it to you. And our last word is visit. Visit is a verb and it means to go or come to see. For example, we visit our cousins every year, or I visited the zoo last week. There are many places that you can go and visit. You can go sightseeing and visit a special place in a country, like a palace. Or maybe you can just visit your family. When was the last time that you visited your grandmother and grandfather? And that's all for this video. We went over the Book A, Unit 8, Vocabulary Words, numbers 1 through 20. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening. Bye!